I'm going to do something different, which is I'd like to show you a body of work that I've never put together and shown publicly like this. It's a very short video. It's on some big cats that we photographed a while back. If you have a question, I'd be glad to try and take a whack at it. There's one right here in the front, this right next to you.
There were all those really intense pictures.
Mm-hmm.
How did you establish some kind of relationship with them? How did you get them to look at you so intensely?
You know, we did those pictures in 13 days. So we did 8 big cats, and we built a studio for each one of them in the enclosure that they spend time in. So sometimes it was literally black paper we put a cheetah on. Otherwise, sometimes it was like huge sheets of plywood that we made it black, and then we would light it in a way. So these were spaces the animal was comfortable in, and then it was just really a matter of time. Sometimes it was a very brief thing, because we never stress out an animal. You know, they say what I do is enrichment. And I'm like, well, they're screaming at me and want to kill me. And they're like, no, that's enrichment. That's good. That's good for them. They always say you only get to like put your hand in the cage, but 5 times, each finger, right? Yeah. So, you know, we built a studio for each one of them and tried to kind of psych out, like each one has a really distinct personality. You know, the lion was hard. You know, the lion was in my face. We did him twice. We had to build a thing that pushed him back a little bit because he got right in my face. And he was so big, I couldn't photograph him. He was huge. And the cheetah, you know, cheetahs are kind of chill, so it wasn't a big deal to work with him. And then we had a snow leopard, and man, she was torturing me for a couple of days, and I sang to her. I started singing, and then I broke out into tongues. And I started doing all this, like, blah, 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 and everybody was just staring at me, and I, like, collapsed on the ground because she just stopped. And, like, and she never went back to being mad at me after that. It was like I hit some note. And it happens. I go, and I, like, collapse on the ground. I'm laying in cat urine, and I say, you know, what just happened? And they're like, we're as surprised as you. We have no idea, because it just happened like that. So each one's a little bit different. It's just patience, honestly. Oh, that tiger. There was a big tiger in there. And, you know, I'm always sort of relying on the expert. Tell me if I'm stressing him out. Tell me. And the tiger, you know, I thought he was getting a little, his ears were coming out. I said, you sure he's not getting mad at me? No. I said, well, how will I know? I said, you'll know. No, I said, really, how am I going to know? He said, you'll know. And this went on for a while. You know, we photographed him for quite a while. And then at some point, he put out this roar that, I mean, shook my core. It was like, it was different than anything else. And he said, that's what I was talking about.